Hi there everybody, Bald&curious here. It's crispy Sunday afternoon, well not afternoon yet, it's about 2 o'clock and it's about 30 degrees, so it's pretty cold. And I'm going to talk about the new P11 a little bit, and then I'm going to do a little torture testing. So what I'm going to do is let's just take it apart. I'm not going to go clean it crazy, but I didn't take it apart ever since I had it to get a factory grease and crap off it. So what I'm gonna do, as you can see, I'm just gonna give it a quick wipe down. Nothing crazy. Okay. Unfortunately, the only thing I have with me is a frog loop, and many of you know, if you watch my video, I didn't have a good experience in cold weather when it sits. Okay, so what I did is loop the end of the barrel. As a matter of fact, I'm gonna put just a tad more. Now that actually might put a gun in a disadvantage, because that loop, let me just wipe off the excess, might attract more dirt and cause a malfunction. Now, big question, regular Grand Power mags, yes, they do fit, they work, obviously they're the same mags, just shorter. Holsters, yes, Grand Power holster, the gun fits, obviously it's loose because the barrel's so much shorter, but yes, they do fit. So it's got the same contour. I wonder if I can swap the slides. We'll try that some other time. So what I'm gonna do, I only got 2 P11 magazines, but I got a couple of regular Grand Power magazines. We're just gonna load them like we did last time with a CZ75 P07. I'm just gonna load them like a 5 rounds each, and we'll do a similar test with the last time. We need to hurry the hell up because it's starting to snow. We're supposed to get a snowstorm. So I'm cold, my hands are cold. I have a mix of Acme and Extreme 147 reloads. These are all about 135 power factor, so they should be more than sufficient. And I don't have any factory ammo. These are actually my B reloads, the ones that don't pass the case gauge 100%. So if there's a malfunction, we'll inspect the cartridge first before we blame the gun. Now, so we'll start the very first. See my bucket with the water. Okay, I'm gonna shoot this on my top camera as well, so you can see. All right, now decock the gun. Now, somebody called me on the last video that I shook the gun before I shot it. I didn't just pick it up and shot it straight up. Well, you know what? They say military arms channel doesn't do that. Well, he doesn't bury his gun in the sand just like I did. Plus, he can afford it, I can't. Now, this gun is brand new. I only shot it whatever you saw in the last video. I haven't shot it since. So it only has probably 50 rounds on it, that's it. So let's do it. Alright, we'll sink it in, wait for the bubbles to stop. Now, I'm not gonna shake it so I don't get... Alright, so that passed with a flying color. One thing that I should add, the frog loop kind of repels the water. It's actually pretty cool. Alright, now let's do the second magazine. We're gonna drop the slide, decock the gun. Now it's gonna be hard to actually bed it in the sand because it's kind of frozen, but I'll do the best I can. Let me grab the towel. It's cold, my hands are wet. failure to go in the battery. I'm gonna drop the mag. And okay, it doesn't go in the battery even without the bullet. So, and I cut myself. Cartridge looks okay. So this works sort of. So what I'm gonna do, we're gonna repeat it. Again, we got the same thing happening. Okay. Well, fire fun after that. Okay, let's rinse the gun off. These are the 2 rounds that didn't go off. Okay, so what I suspect happened is the gun's wet, and I think the sand gets in there and then locks up the rotating barrel. Let's wipe it down. I'm gonna take it apart. And my fingers are freaking frozen. Alright, I don't see any debris inside. So I'm thinking what's happened, a little dirt gets stuck over here and locks up the gun after the first round. Then you clean it mechanically and it seems to be working fine. So what I'm gonna do is wipe the gun down, just get the water out. And I'll put it back together. And we got one more magazine. And I'm still bleeding. This time, we're not going to put it in the water. Let's just try sand itself. It seems to be working fine with just the sand. What have we learned? Well, P11 did a lot better. There was nothing that could have stopped that gun. Then again, if you remember, P11 had a really hard time pulling the magazine, and this one, I guess when it gets wet, a little sand gets in there. The first shot goes off, and after that it kind of locks up the barrel, so you have to manually clear it, but works after that. Now this is as scientific as we get. My hands are freezing, so I'm not gonna continue. My personal opinion, would I take it over the P07? Yeah, probably I would. Two reasons. I'm shooting Grand Power exclusively in my competition shooting, so all the controls and the feel of the gun exactly the same. So all my dry fire, everything is the same. So this gun, when I grab it, it just feels like a small Excalibur. Everything, at least for me, is right there. Uh, the little malfunction that I actually impose right now between the water and the sand, it's not that big of a deal for me. Not a deal breaker. What are the chances that I'm gonna get the gun wet and then actually bed it in a sand? I didn't do just a light push in the sand like military arms channels did. Not to mention I don't have a clean sand. This is real grimy. This is a limestone sand or whatever the hell it is. So it's really hard. It's really hard on the gun. But I'll let you know. I'll let you know in some time. I'm gonna put this into my carry rotation, and we'll see. So as always, everybody, have fun. Keep shooting.